welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, the Telluric Tarot, which was a Kickstarter that I got. Right, so what I'm doing is sort of getting back into working with the crystals and the plants with this tarot. And it's been quite good to sort of just break it up into small sections. So we've done the first lot of cards here. And now we're up to sort of 15... 16, so where are we? So we've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right, so that means we've got 15 being the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, the sun, judgment, and the world, right? So this is what we've got. So let's have a look and see. Here. So let's have a look. So as we sort of dive into this, I'm sort of reading just the keywords, right? Just to sort of get through them here. So 15 is poisons and medicine. Okay, so let's do this again. So we've got 15, they say poisons and medicine. Relgar and Hellebore. Right, we've got 16, scorched earth, which is an interesting one. 17 is a brilliant offering. 18 is message from the shadows. 19, sorry, that was 18's. 19 is a radiant new day. Number 20 is transformation and revelations. And 21 is a world upon reach, which is kind of interesting. So what I love about this deck, yes, you could read it like a normal tarot once you sort of know what each of the cards are. But I think the guidebook offers quite a lot in it. So I think it's definitely worth, if you're doing a sort of a card or you're doing a very simple reading for a client, to actually dive into some of these cards in the guidebook. I think the guidebook is absolutely excellent. So now that we've looked at those cards there, let's just pull a card from this section. We're just going to pull one card from this section. What are we going to reflect on out of these cards here? Okay, so the card that we're going to pull is 15. Okay, we are going to do the devil. Now, the devil for me is the sense of addictions, repeated patterns, bad habits. So do we find ourselves keeping us chained to a situation that's really not good for us? How do we break free from those chains? Okay, so let's read what it says here. Relgar and Hellebore, poisons and medicine. Relgar is an arsenic sulfide with beautiful vibrant red crystals, which earned its name as ruby of arsenic. It has been recognized as highly toxic since antiquity and has been used as a poison for pests. It's interesting. Hellebore is also toxic, though well loved for its rose-like flowers. Despite its toxicity, the ancient Greeks and Romans considered it a cure for madness and frenzy. Kind of interesting. So if you are contending with impulses, behaviors, or obsessions which are putting you at risk of bad decisions and unhealthy patterns, you may be obeying some darker instincts out of a desire for gratification or power, or ignoring the control they exert altogether. Increased self-reflection and awareness are called for in order to shed light on the nature of your motivations. The root of those needs may be an integral part of your true self, not to be completely discarded, but better understood and managed in more positive ways. Okay, maybe you're refusing to face your most negative emotions, which can lead you to carry shame, guilt, and a nagging sense of dissatisfaction. If you've been under the influence of jealousy, frustration, or anger, look inwards with compassion and honesty. Identify what your soul is calling for and find healthy means to seek out what you need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect all the major arcana together, except for this one card that we've got here. Now, what I'm going to do is, can you tell me a little bit more about this card of addictions, of poison, of toxicity in some way? So with the major arcana, can you tell me a little bit more about this? Whoa! Okay, what flipped out? Okay, kind of interesting here. We've got card number 18, which is the moon, right? So the moon card to me, Eliminate and Ceres. Now the moon to me is about facing your fears and doing it anyway. Maybe you're moving into a new cycle, being reflective. Being reflective is going to be really important here. Facing what we think could be the unknown, but sort of diving deep into the unknown could be really important here. And here I've got the Tower card. Okay, 16. Libyan desert glass and fire lily. Now the desert to me, the tower to me, should I say, is that sense of things being wobbly, things being shaken up in some way. So maybe I feel like I need to be, so we've got this addictions, bad habits, repeated patterns, right? And we've got the need to be reflective. I think it's about really looking at the unknown. So we need to dive deep into ourselves, deep within, to be able to find our fears, find what we're afraid of, things that we might need to look at, and a feeling like you've got that scorched earth energy, right, with the Tower card. So you've got that sense of things being shaken up, things being burnt to the ground in some way, to be able to have a leap of faith so we can stand on that solid ground of reality. So we've got to allow ourselves the enlightenment, the understanding, that spark of knowledge when things are shaken up and wobbly. Ooh, what an interesting message. So we've got addictions, bad habits, repeated patterns, those things that are not good for us, that are toxic in our relationships, and even the relationship that we might have within ourselves, not just with family or friends or with other people around us, maybe at work. It's also the relationship that we have within ourselves could be toxic. Okay? With ourselves could be toxic. Is that sense of repeated patterns, bad habits, those things that keep us chained, right? And so we've got to allow ourselves to face our fears, look deep within, look beyond the illusion, if you like, in a way, in the what's on the surface, and actually use those I get that sense of being a little bit mad, a little bit crazy. Sometimes when we have those addictions or those bad habits, can send us a little crazy in some way. And I think we shake up our world is kind of really important here, to be, if we can dive deep into what's going on, maybe we sort of shake things up a little bit and allow ourselves to have this understanding, this grounding that's so important here. So this is what I love doing when I get a deck. Maybe I haven't used it in a while and I want to dive back into it. You can do this with any tarot deck you've got, is by just pulling a few cards out at a time, then putting them together and just having a look at these cards regularly and leaving them out for a few days to reflect, to contemplate before you do it again. So I love this, to be able to sort of dive into this deck again in a deeper way, allowing us to even look at the energies here. The brown to me is a sense of connecting with nature, being able to sort of ground ourselves in some ways. We stimulate our gut instinct, our intuition, that sense of trusting that feeling that we have within us is kind of really important here when I look at this energy of the crystal colors. So for me, I think it's very much about my lower chakras, about staying grounded, connecting to nature, maybe reminding myself to keep, I do wear bare feet when I'm inside, but maybe it's reminding me that when I go out there to actually spend a moment in the grass outside in bare feet and just connect to that lower energy. Really important. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video is uploaded. And I do want to say a big thank you to my Ko-Fi family. Don't forget, Ko-Fi family, you can book a free reading with me anytime. Just need to let me know when you're ready. Okay, that's it from me. Take care. Blessed be.